So lashes are really difficult, and that's okay. You're gonna get it. Just keep practicing, as you do with anything. Hi, it's Lily and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to teach you all how to put false lashes on. I did my biggest and brightest lashes so that you guys can see that the process isn't as scary as it seems. These are my favorite dramatic lashes to wear to parties and big events. So if you want to know how to keep cute lashes on all day, keep watching. All right, don't judge my hair. I'm clearly in the middle of something. Today we are putting on these lashes. At least these are my favorite big ones. I'm not a super big lash girl. I'm really a small lash girl. Not super cat eye, so it's a little bit hard to tell, but not super hard because there is a clear, like, okay, this side is shorter versus these are the longer lashes on the outside. Okay, so what you need, tweezers. Any pair of tweezers will work. I prefer tweezers that have a long edge like this because that usually means they're for lashes. Okay, so this is the one for the left eye. And we're gonna do the lashes before we do any sort of other makeup because we don't know what we're doing, right? So let's get to it. So I got this Sephora glue. I have the Duo glue, but it's really old, so I'm using a newer one. Oh wait, before we do that, before we jump the gun, we want to take the lashes, right? So you see how I have it positioned? This is really comfortable for me. I have it kind of bent towards this way, towards the eye. So you want to put it up against your eye to measure it. So these, I don't necessarily need to cut them, but I am going to cut them. And they are a little bit sticky, so you can kind of just preemptively put them you can kind of just throw them on because they are a little bit sticky anyway, just to see. I usually cut my lashes because I don't want them all the way in my inner corner, because if it, you know, gets loose, it's gonna stab you. So yeah, we're just gonna cut a little bit off, and then you see how, like, I'm leaving a good amount of space. Like, I'm putting the lash where my eye brown part, like the outer inner of it, if that makes sense. You guys know what I mean. This part of my eye, I usually start my lashes around there. And I think that looks cute because, I mean, you don't really see lashes, my natural lashes, until you get to about that area anyway. So not that this looks natural at all, but I'm gonna take a pair of scissors, and you want to, I'm gonna flip it so you can see it. You want to cut however much you measured. So I like to cut, you can see the kind of like clusters, and then where there's like spaces, I like to cut where there's a space. Bam. Y'all see that? So I've got rid of like one little group of lashes. And you want to do it from the outer corner, so where it's long, versus the inner corner, because you don't want it to be like a hard edge, and then if it's, you know, near your inner corner, like, that's gonna hurt. How you hold it, put it like this. I think these are the Kiss lash tweezers. I got it in like a kit for lash extensions. So if you want the same ones, you can find it somehow. It's not that hard to find. They're Kiss brand. So yeah, so then we're gonna get our glue. And I personally, this is how I do it. I don't know if there's like an actual professional way on how to do it, but I put the glue right here, starting in the middle and then going out, and then concentrating glue on the very edges, because the edges of the lash are what's gonna come up usually. Like the middle of your lash is usually not gonna discombobulate from your face. Like it's not gonna detach from your face. And if it does, your whole lash is probably coming off. So yeah, I just blow on it a little, shake around a little. Not too long though, because I actually like to apply my lashes while they're still slightly wet. A lot of people say wait till it's sticky, but I like to wait not that long. And you can do this to help it be more round. It's helpful for beginners, especially, to just have a mirror, like a smaller mirror that you can hold really close to your face. And when I apply, I look down. I'm sorry if this is not focused. I look down and I apply the center of the lash first. And I make sure it's as close to my lash line as I can. And then I do the outside. And then I do the inside. And I've gotten to a point where I will just use my fingers, because I find that easier than using tweezers sometimes. Because when you don't clean off your tweezers regularly, they get a little sticky, they get a little linty, and nobody likes that. Because then you can just end up ripping off your lashes, which I usually end up doing by accident every time I do. But for like really small touch-ups, tweezers are really good. And yeah, for the inner corner, I really like to just hold it there and let it get tacky right on exactly where I want it. Because if you let it be dry all the way, then there's no room for error and like fixing it. Because when it's still a little bit wet, you can still fix it. You can still move it a little bit and get it exactly how you want it. And don't worry about using white glue. White glue is gonna dry clear. So as you can see, like as time goes on, you see less and less white because it's drying and it's becoming clear. And wow, we have one eye done. So we can go ahead and go over the process one more time. I'll just do the other eye for you guys and then hold it. But now we're doing the other side, so I don't like it to hit my nose, so I'm gonna flip how I hold it with the tweezers so that it's going outwards. I'm going to remember to I'm gonna remember to cut. So, geez. We see, so this one has a kind of different spacing about the cluster. So I'm gonna cut the last two off. You can see there's like one space there and one space there. Bam, cut off. I try to like not have that little extra oomph. Okay, your lashes are cut. And then the sticky part can be kind of annoying, so sometimes I rip it off, but you have to be really careful if you want to do that, because you can destroy your lash that way. So, and I've done that plenty of times where I'm like trying to get like the little glue stuff off and I've ripped the lash entirely. Okay, so now we're gonna I'm gonna go like this. My eyes are a little bit round, like not bulbous, but you know, just to make it more of the shape of an eye and less straight. And then I'm going to go ahead with my glue. Apply in the middle, spread it out to the sides. Make sure you're being consistent on how you're putting your glue on, because if you're putting it like all the way on the top, that's gonna give you a more flipped up look. If you're putting it more on the bottom, like side of the lash, then you're gonna have a more like down look. So make sure you're just doing the same thing on both sides, and you're especially concentrating on the very edges of the lash. The worst thing ever is when the corners come up. Okay, you can blow it, just wave in there. So you're holding tight. You can make sure it's positioned nicely. Make sure it's still round. Okay. Look down. Place the middle, let it go to make sure it's where you want it to be. Mine's a little bit too far over to the right, or to my right, and I'm gonna move it. That's the blessing of still having it be a little bit wet. And then now I can place my outer corner, and then the inner corner. Look how nice that looks. So this one I did do a little bit more over to the left. And you can kind of like tell. I can still fix it, but oh, nope, not really. It's dry, or it's pretty much tacky, but it's not horribly noticeable. Like, I don't think it's a super big of a deal. And if this does happen, to fix it, I can put a little bit, just to give myself a little bit more symmetry, I can put a little bit of mascara on the inside of this eye, just to have the appearance of like the same appearance on this side. Use one of my mini mascaras. I have really, really short lashes. I don't know if that really did anything. Now that your lashes are done, go ahead and do the rest of your makeup. Want some tips or my process on how I do my makeup, I will tag the video or put a link on top of here or add it at the end so you guys can see that.